Instagram was the starting point. I had this little competition with my boyfriend. We were just like battling, checking out who grew their audience the fastest. I started sharing my art, and I noticed that whenever I shared my process, those posts would perform better. Then one day my whole account blew up and I had a post that went viral, and then I won the competition. Well, this is my prize, having a YouTube channel, having this business, that's the prize. I want to do things that I enjoy. That's the main thing. I need to enjoy it and the students need to enjoy it. Eventually I want to create less video content and do more in-person stuff. I want to bring back the joy because so many people lose the joy of creation.
Hello and welcome to the Art of Selling Online Courses. We're here to share winning strategies and secret hacks from top performers in the online course industry. My name's John Ainsworth. Today's guest is Flo Visser. Now, Flo's a digital artist and educator from the Netherlands and the founder of Art with Flo, which is one of the most popular Procreate tutorial channels on YouTube. It's got over 1.1 million subscribers and more than 169 million views. Now, her background's a bit of a winding road. So she studied psychology, then she worked as a professional wedding photographer, and then eventually found her way back to digital art when she picked up an iPad Pro and started sharing her process online. What set her apart was her approach, a genuinely beginner-friendly tutorials that actually teach you why, not just what to do. And she's built a thriving paid membership community, created her own line of custom Procreate brush packs, and posts a new free tutorial every week. And her mission, in her own words, is to bring back the joy of creating. Flo, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And what a great intro. That's totally me. And that's definitely my mission. Absolutely. I want to bring back the joy because so many people lose the joy of creation. Like when they're little, I've heard so many stories of people that were being told like they're not good enough, that their drawings suck, or they just get like demotivated to create. And there's just so much pressure on people, especially nowadays with social media. And you see so many like great artworks and people are like, oh, I need to create. That's like a standard. I need to be there. But that I believe that's not what it's about. It's about just creating and just relaxing and like the joy of making something and then being happy with the results, and also like being in a mindful state while creating. So that's what I want to share.
Why do you think it happens? Why do you think people lose that joy?
Because of pressure from society, from other people. It's just like, people they have expectations from others, how something should look, what a drawing should look like. And when you're still a little kid, you just create. You don't care. You just pick up pencils and you start creating something without any expectations. You just do it because you enjoy it. But then people are starting to ask you, oh, what's that? It doesn't look like a polar bear or whatever. And then you get these expectations and bars that are being set, and it's not necessary. I hear so many people say, oh, I can't draw and it doesn't look exactly like what it's supposed to be, or it's not recognizable. Who cares? Just create the way you want to create. So many people just lose that joy.
Do you think you get the same thing in everything? Like, do you think people get the same in singing and music and other kind of creative endeavors as well?
Yeah, I think so. Of course. Yeah, when you play like an instrument, I guess there are some basic rules, or if you want to create a melody, but still, you can just like do like improv music and just create whatever you like. I think it's just like with Picasso that broke free from realism and just started doing his own thing.
Yeah.
If everyone just follows like the crowd and creates what all the other people are creating, where do we get like the new stuff? So don't care. Yeah, I don't want people to care about what others are creating. Just do whatever you want to do.
How long ago did you get into? I was saying in the intro that you'd eventually found your way back into this, and you'd start sharing your tutorials. When was that? When did you start doing YouTube, or however you started sharing online?
Time flies, but I think it's about 8 years ago, I think.
Okay. And was YouTube the starting point?
No, Instagram was the starting point.
Okay.
I had like this little competition with my boyfriend at the time. He had like a photography Instagram account, and I did my art thing. And we were just like battling, checking out who would grow their audience the fastest.
Right.
So that was a nice competition. And yeah, I started sharing my art, and I noticed that whenever I shared my process, those posts would perform better. And then one day my whole account like blew up, and I had a post that went viral, and then I won the competition. And he gave
What
up.
did you win? What was the prize?
Well, this is my prize, having a YouTube channel, having this business. That's the prize, and of course honor. And it was just nice to win.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
won as well because he is in the business as well. We are just partners.
It worked out well for both of you.
Yeah, it worked out for both of us. So he's happy
Nice.
to.
So he's
Yeah.
still doing the photography Instagram as well?
No. He quit. He was like,
Oh.
no. He just jumped on my boat.
Oh.
And started helping me.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. So he's like the brain behind the videos. He's always like he raises the bar for me, and he looks at the videos, and he, especially in the beginning, he was like, "Oh, this is not entirely clear. I don't understand. You need to explain it in a more clear way." So that way we were working together, and we still are. He's like a strategic mind, and also greatly involved in the video editing.
Ah,
So, yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so he's a winner too.
And how big's your team? Is it
It's
just the two of
just
you, or have
it's
you got
just
anybody else?
him and me, and we have like an extra editor, but she's not really like in a team. It's just like a freelance
Okay.
editor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things you're doing, I think, a little differently from what I could see from most people I talk to, is you're not selling courses exactly. You've
No.
got like the Patreon, and people can access everything through that. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's just a subscription.
Okay. And what made you decide that was the way to do it?
I guess I just saw other creators using Patreon, and I was like, "Oh, well, let's try that out.
Okay.
Let's just start it." And my boyfriend was like, "Are you sure? What are you going to offer? I don't know." And I was just like, "I'll just try it, and we'll see, and we'll just grow along the way." So
Yeah.
I just started, and like, not perfected it. It's never perfect, but I just developed it along the way. I think I've been doing that for 7 years now at Patreon, and it just evolved. And then, especially during COVID, which was a great, for me, it was just a great time. Of course, everyone was at home. People suddenly had time for their hobbies. So that was like a major like uplift for my channel, and also for my Patreon.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of course creators, that was like a big jump up
Yeah.
at that point. How do you find Patreon? Are you like delighted with it? Everything's fantastic. Are there any kind of niggles that you find like, oh, I wish I could do this or that? Or how is it? 'Cause I never had anybody use it, so I don't really know.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Okay.
I really like the people in the team at Patreon, but there are just some things that are missing, or just it's hard to navigate. They have really improved their system, like the page, but still, if you have a lot of content like me, I have more than 250 tutorials on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to navigate for users, and there are just some small things that don't work that well. Like in the app, you can't download any attachments from the post. You need to use a browser. So yeah, it's just little things that aren't perfect. But still, for me, I'm just stuck with Patreon, of course, because I have so many subscribers there, and it would be like a total nightmare to migrate
change over to
everyone.
something
Yeah,
else.
because
Okay.
Patreon is in all my YouTube videos. I do like promote it in every video.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I see you've got
I'm
like a
just
whole
stuck.
load of kind of levels to it. Super fan, eager learner, so on. What's the kind of what do people get from one level to another?
Superfan is just like more like support me
Got it.
tier.
Yeah.
They get a couple of tutorials, but nothing more. It's more like just like a tip jar, I guess. Then the next level, people get, like, every week at Patreon, I post a new tutorial that's exclusive, and at the next level tier, people get those tutorials from the current month and the previous 3 months.
Mhm.
So they get quite a bunch of tutorials, and also my sketching classes. And then at the like $15 tier, they get everything that I have ever posted. So that's like more than 250 tutorials and a new one every week. And then I have a new top tier that I recently launched. That's the Flow Creator Academy. And that's more, well, they get everything, but also master classes every month and feedback sessions, live sessions. So it's more of a personal touch, more interaction with me.
Okay. And how are you finding that? If that's new, is that enough time to kind of know how well it's working for you?
Yeah, I'm still figuring it out. It's
Okay.
like a couple of months, and I'm not sure if it might be a bit like too much work for me. I'm not sure if it's going to stay. It's pretty intense. So I'm still, also still developing, still like tweaking things to see how I'm going to make this work. For me and for the students.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's got to be good for the students because that's otherwise you're not getting enough money from it. But it's got to work for you. Otherwise, what was the point in the first place of setting it up? You know.
Yeah. I want to prevent burnout, or just not. I want to do things that I enjoy. So that's the main thing. I need to enjoy it, and the students need to enjoy it.
Talk to me about burnout because I know you told me some stuff in advance about how you try to manage that. So is that something you have experienced? Have you gone through a period where you burn out? Have you always managed to stay on top of it?
I've never experienced like real burnout. I think I've been close to the edge probably because it's pretty stressful having to come up with new content every single week. Yeah. But in recent years it has gotten better because I'm pretty structured and I have like a whole planning system, and whenever I come up with an idea, I'll put it in my planning system. So I'll already have video ideas ahead of time, and I schedule my recordings in the overview as well. So I have a clearer like overview. Well, before that, every week I was like, oh, well, what will I make next week? And it was pretty hectic.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, isn't it, to be like, oh, I've got to be in a creative mood when I need to figure that out. And it's like, what if I'm not that day able to think of what to come up with? Yeah.
So that was really stressful. And now I'm working like ahead. I have like 3 weeks of videos already. It's already done. So if I have an off day, if I have a bit of a creative block, I can just take a day off, go outside, and then inspiration will come to me again.
Yeah. I like that. I had a point about, God, I don't know when it would have been, like a number of years ago, 2021, maybe something like that. I remember I realized I'd hit a point of burnout, which I kind of heard people talk about it, but I didn't quite know what people meant. But I was at a conference and I went and said hello to somebody. I'm in this group called the DC, and it's like people who run online businesses and are location independent. So a lot of people who travel a lot of people who are kind of into lifestyle design, like basing their whole life around their hobbies and however they want their life to be. And so I'll see a lot of these people in multiple cities. So I'll see them in Bangkok, and then the next time I'll see them will be at the next conference in Mexico or in London or wherever. And I went up to somebody and said hello. And they're like, oh, yeah, John, we've met. And I was like, oh, I must have met them at a previous conference. This happens. You sometimes forget someone's name, whatever. And they're like, we talked on Zoom 3 weeks ago, like, about my business. And I was like, oh, that's not good that I don't remember that. But I have to realize I'm not amazing with faces. I'm really good with names. I'm not amazing with faces. Like, I have to kind of pay attention to make sure I remember them. And so I was like, oh, that could have happened. So then I got them to tell me about their business. And I always remember about people's businesses. Like that sticks in my head for years. And I had nothing. And I was like, I'm not in a good way, am I? That was like, I knew I wasn't. I knew I was tired. I knew my brain wasn't working properly. I knew my memory was getting a little worse. But that was like, oh, I have to pay attention to this warning sign. Like if I look back in 6 months and I go, oh, I should have noticed that warning sign and I didn't, then I'm going to really regret it. And then it happened again with another person at the same conference. I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
So I started taking off 1 day a week and then 1 week a month. And that was like I'm still going to work, but I'm going to try and just really dial it back and see what I can do. And you know what? Everything was fine. It was
that
there was no emergencies that happened. It helped loads. Yeah. It took like I think 6 months before I was back to kind of a really good state. But it was like, it's totally fine. So now I notice it a lot earlier. I kind of notice, I'm not sleeping quite as well. I can't remember the name of that actor straight away off the top of my head. And then I start to go, okay, let me just dial it back a little bit and just chill a little bit more. But I think I'm kind of like you in that I've got the freedom to do that. You know, like I've got two things I do basically. One is this podcast, and then the other one is building AI tools for in the business. And if the AI tools take a day longer to get done, it does not matter. It's like everything, the entire business runs super smoothly. I'm not involved. Everything's fine. So it's like I kind of got the freedom to do that, which is like amazing.
That's
right?
a great place to be in. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like that's what you're like from what you said, that you don't have like a lot of things are scheduled at a certain time or anything.
No. Still, I do pressure myself. I do feel like I need to work harder because I always have new ideas. Right now, I'm also working on a book project.
Ooh.
And of course, I want that to be finished. I can do it in a couple of weeks, but I wish I could finish it like this year, but I know it's not realistic. I do pressure myself into new projects and new ideas. But I have a nice work life balance at this time. And when I get like issues with my arm, that's when I notice that I need to.
Oh, that's like your warning sign, is it?
Yeah. Oh, I think it is my warning sign, my arm. Once I get like issues with my elbow, then I know that I need to slow down a little bit.
Interesting. That's like one of those old sailors. Like there's a storm coming. I can feel it.
Yeah,
in my knees, you know,
it's in my bones.
So what happens with your elbow? That's so interesting.
Yeah, it starts hurting. It gets more sensitive, and then I know that I'm just getting too tense, probably in my shoulders and my
it's like
neck.
a stress thing building up or something, maybe. Yeah. Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah. So that's my early warning sign.
And then what do you do? Do you just work less, or is there anything else that you actually?
I work a bit less. I try to have like shorter periods of time that I'm drawing. I just go out more. But yeah, I feel like I already take quite a lot of free time. Yeah.
Even more. Yeah.
Even more.
It's like whatever it is, whatever works for you, right? It's like I had this coach, and like a mindset coach. He was like ex-Israeli special forces. He's a complete badass, and he's like, but he's my impression when I first met him was going to be like, oh, it's going to all be about like be tough, push through, be strong, whatever. And he said to me, I think all of that stuff's bullshit. It's like you've got to figure out what's holding you back and like how can you let go of that so you move more easily, that you have less weight that you're carrying rather than trying to push harder. I was like, oh, okay, that's not what I expected from someone like that, right? And I was talking to him about, I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. I was talking to him about, he asked me what were my goals for my life. How did I want my life to be? And I felt pretty smart because I had this list that I'd written and I'd really thought about of like, I want to be in this kind of physical shape. I want to have this much money. I want to travel this much. I want to work only this much, all these kind of things, right? And I want to have these emotions. And I was like, I'd really thought about it. I was like, these are the things that actually matter to me, not just something I've kind of come up with. And he said to me, how come the business stuff is at the top of the list and the emotions are at the bottom? And I said, I don't know. It's just in a random order. He's like, I don't think it is. I think the business stuff's at the top because it's easiest to measure money. And the emotions are at the bottom of the list because it's hardest to measure emotions. I was like, oh. And I realized I basically had said to myself, all these emotions, I'm going to allow myself to feel whatever, proud or calm or what have you, once I have achieved all of these other things. Which meant basically like, you know, I don't know, some point in the future. Rather than, what he and I talked about was, how can I feel those emotions every day?
Yeah.
How can I feel them now? How can I feel calm and proud every day right now? And if I'm doing stuff right now to try and make more money in order to feel proud later, but it's stopping me from feeling calm now, then that's insane because because it's like, what you don't get to have this day again after you've like made the extra money or something.
No.
So I really try and think about that. I'm like, how do I want my days to be? What do I want my days now to be like? And how can I get that while working towards the goal, but at whatever pace I can sustain, you know?
Yeah. So now your emotions are at the top of the list.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everything else is subsidiary. So everything else is, I'm going to do all these things so that I can feel those emotions.
Yeah.
Not, and when I have, I'll allow myself to feel them.
Yeah, that's great. So what does your perfect day look like?
Oh, nearly every day is my perfect day. It's so dope. So I've got a friend who I hadn't had a flatmate in like 20 years, and I had a 2-bed place. One room was set up as an office, and he had split up with his girlfriend, and he was looking for someone to live. I said, "Why don't you move in with me?" And this is my workout buddy. This is the guy who I go to the gym with. So now
Your gym bro.
My gym bro, yeah, full gym bro. Yeah, absolutely. So every day we get up at 7. And I make a cup of tea, he makes himself a coffee, and we take the piss out of each other and just talk shit for like an hour. And then at 8 o'clock, we get to work, and we've got like a playlist that goes on. This is the get to work playlist. Get yourself in the right headspace. Work for like 3 hours in the morning, and then we go to the gym. And we've got like the best gym bro gym that just around the corner, like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
So go there, work out, take the piss out of each other some more, come home, have lunch, work for another couple of hours, see my girlfriend in the evening, hang out, watch a movie, or go out drinking or whatever, repeat the next day. And it's like,
that's perfect.
It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound like a really great day.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's just like, I moved to this place because my girlfriend lives like, the train that she takes into London, I'm in London, quite central London, her train into London gets to like 10-minute walk away from here. So it's like super easy for her to come around before work or after work or whatever and hang out. So it's just like, great, I just get to have my ideal day. It's like Groundhog Day, just again.
Yeah.
And again.
Doesn't it get boring?
No, it's fucking awesome. I've got like a lot of friends in London, and so it's quite hard even managing to keep up with them all. So it'll be like there'll be slight variations. You know, like we'll go out. Okay, this time I'm going out with Noel and Shona. This time I'm going out with my buddies in go partying. Like Saturday night, went out partying till I don't know 3 or 4 in the morning, something like that. So like that throws off the next day or so.
Yeah. You can't get up at 7 then, I guess.
No. We got up at like midday.
Oh, wow.
Got up at midday and just like lay on the sofa and we're like, okay, let's just chill out here.
Another perfect day.
What about you? Do you have a perfect repeatable day?
My days are not repeatable. No, every day is different. I don't have like a set schedule. It's just like every day I'm like, okay, what will I do today? Is the sun shining? Oh, the sun is shining. I'll go out. I'll go for a walk. So yeah, every day is different. In every week I have like yoga sessions scheduled. So that's like my relaxed time, and lots of parties, and I do improv theater classes.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I have lots of hobbies, and I just work around those whenever I have time and when the sun's
So you
not
start
shining.
with the hobbies and then kind of fill in the rest.
Yeah, I
of the
fill
work
in the
whenever you
rest.
feel
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
and if the weather is nice, then screw
Just
it.
go
Then I'll
outside.
just clear my schedule and I'll just go outside. Especially right now, like early spring, I need to get that vitamin D. So yeah, then I'll just think I'll work later or I'll work in the evening as long as I can get some sunshine. So
I think
every
that's the thing
day is like a surprise.
Okay. I think that's the thing I don't do enough of. There's a bit I live like right, but if you know London at all, like the Tate Modern and St Paul's Cathedral, that kind of stuff. And what I don't do all that often is go and just walk down the south bank of the river, which it's part
so
of the reason
lovely.
why I moved here. It is lovely, yeah. And there's the bridge from the Tate over to St Paul's called, I think, Millennium Bridge. And whenever I walk over it, I'm always like, oh, this is so cool. Because you can see the Houses of Parliament and the London Eye and St Paul's and the Tate and the river and just everything. And I'm always like, oh, this is cool. And I don't do that walk often enough. So I have to figure out, like, where's that fit? Maybe just every time it's sunny, I should just go.
Yeah, you should just go.
Just go for a walk. Yeah.
I've been to London 2 times. Both times the weather was great. And I just loved hiking around the city, and especially along the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be hiking every day. Here in Amsterdam, it's great too. I hike every day.
It's a very walkable city, Amsterdam,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, and especially when the sun is shining, it just makes me so happy.
So what's next for you? What do you want to do with the business? What are you want to working on this year? Or is it just going to see what it's a surprise? You'll see whether.
No, it's not an entire surprise. I do have something that I want to work on, and it's not going to happen this year yet, but I want to start hosting creativity retreats. So that's something I'm working on developing. So that's also why I'm also becoming a yoga teacher. I'm doing yoga teacher training. So I wanna host creativity retreats for my followers and whoever wants to join, and they'll be about like drawing and painting, improv, yoga, maybe some dancing, just whatever gets your creativity flowing. So that's something I'm working on right now, and I want to start with the first retreat maybe next year somewhere.
How many people are you thinking? What kind of
Maybe
size?
like 14 to 16, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's very manageable. I ran a conference many years in London that was like 100 people, and as conferences go, that's not absolutely massive, but it was just a hobby thing, right? It wasn't for making any money. I didn't make any profit from it. And it was just like, oh, this is quite a lot of extra work. This is quite a lot of stress. And I just ran one in Lisbon for 17 people. And I was like, oh, that was lovely.
Yeah.
That was really just delightful. I got somebody else to do all of the organizing of booking restaurants, booking a co-working space, all this kind of thing. And then just rocked up and hosted it. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's my kind. That's more my kind of thing. So
Yeah.
14 to 16 sounds like totally doable. How long would that last? Do you know? Is that
For
like
a week,
5-day
I
thing?
guess like a week.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now, but we need to figure everything out. So I'm going to a bunch of retreats myself to check out what it's
Yeah.
like.
See what you like, what you don't
Yeah.
like, what have you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so really looking forward to that. And that's really something I want to move towards. Eventually, I want to create less video content and do more in-person stuff and work on books and just go out to see the sunshine more.
I'm trying to remember who it was. I had somebody on the podcast a little while ago who they were doing both. And I just think if I can find the episode number, I'll send it to you, because it might be interesting to kind of hear from the perspective of someone who's doing those two things. I don't remember what they were doing. It was something like mosaics, I think. So not the same niche, but not like so miles away that it wouldn't be relevant. I think
interesting.
it's this lady, Tammy Masala. She runs the Santa Barbara School of Mosaic Art, and they run Mosaic Arts Online, and they run Total. Yeah, I'm going to send you through. It's episode number 208, and I'll send you through the link afterwards.
Nice.
She
So
was
she
lovely.
also does like courses and retreats.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
interesting.
I think she does like 3. I think she does like 3 or 4 a year, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, like 3 or 4 different places in the world would be great.
And why? Why is that the direction you want to go?
I want to do more like in-person stuff, and I'm super excited about the form of yoga that I'm doing that has changed my life, the way I
Right.
feel in my body, and I want to share that. And yet, it's just all of the things I like combined. Recently, I did like an ikigai exercise. Ikigai, the Japanese word.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
It's like the overlap between what you are good at,
No,
what
I've
you
done, yeah.
enjoy, and what people need.
Yeah.
And creativity retreats, they have everything
That
that
fits
I
for you.
love and that I think I'm good at and that people will enjoy. I think especially nowadays when everyone is stressed out because of the state of the world and because of social media. And I think it just would be great to have a week without your phone and really interact with each other and to
Ooh, no phone.
get
You're
in
taking them away
touch.
from people.
No, I won't be taking them away, but like during sessions, you won't be on your phone. And I really want to connect with people and get them to connect with themselves and their own creativity and their body. Yeah, it's just something that really inspires me, that I
That's
feel
cool.
like I need to share.
I'd totally forgotten the name Ikigai, but that was basically the process I went through when I was starting the current business. So I'd run a business. It wasn't totally suiting my. I was really passionate about it, and the world needed it, but it didn't pay a lot of money, and it didn't really fit my lifestyle that I wanted to have in terms of travel. And so I shut it down, I found that was very difficult for me to do. But then I went through that exercise, and I was like, what are the things that I'm good at, and what audiences might need that, and what's going to fit with the lifestyle, and like all of these kind of things, trying to line all of those bits up, and figured out this current business, which has worked out much better, which is like, it was a really good exercise to have done. I talk to people about it a lot in terms of when someone's trying to figure out what they should work on next.
Yeah.
Because so many people I talk to have got like 1,000 ideas, and it's like, okay, well, you definitely can't do all of those. But really, you probably shouldn't do more than like maybe one, you know, and maybe 2 or 3. So if you're really trying to think about like, what else am I going to do next? It's like, you've got to consider all of these options.
Yeah.
All of these factors, you know, like from a guide to try and narrow that down.
Yeah, it's a really great exercise. I'm happy I did that. And I was already thinking about the retreats, but once I did that exercise, I was like, yeah, that's
This
the way
fits.
I need to go. I get so much energy from meeting people in real life. I'm just like at parties. I get energized, and I can totally imagine getting super energized from meeting followers at a retreat and giving them a good experience and sharing my knowledge, sharing yoga and meditation and stuff. Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
Nice. I go to a lot of these, the DC conferences that I was mentioning. Like, I don't know, 4 a year or something. One of the things I find tricky with it is it's too many people for me. So like, if I go out for dinner, then I set a maximum normally of 6, including me. You know, so I was like, okay, we can all have a conversation together. It's not too noisy. It's not overwhelming. My brain kind of manages that pretty well. And then I go to some of these conferences and there are like 400 people there. And I know a lot of people there. I've met a lot of them before, and I do a lot of stuff in the community. So a lot of people know me, and people all want to like come up and say hello. And I'm like, oh, how do I get out of this without being rude? Like, I just have to go hide away some places. You know?
just need to go to the bathroom. It's super easy. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to go to the bathroom. And then you just don't come back.
You just don't come back.
Yeah, that's it. It's so easy.
That dude spends a lot of time in the bathroom.
What's wrong with him?
He used to go all the time.
But it does sound like fun, those DC conferences.
Oh, they're great. They're phenomenal. Yeah, like it's an amazing group of people. My friend Jody has this theory that the more crossover you have with people in terms of things in common or interests, the better you'll get on with them. So as in, if you're both into skiing, you may or may not get on. That's quite good, right? But if you're both into skiing and love traveling a lot, it's like, okay, then we've kind of taken a step up. It's more likely that you're going to be the same kind of person. You're going to have stuff in common to talk about. If you're also an engineer who loves skiing and loves traveling, it's like, okay, you're set.
Yeah,
this is going to be grand. It's like the chances of you not getting on are low. And so everyone in the DC pretty much is running an online business, loves travel, and is really into the idea of lifestyle design. So like, how do you kind of set up your life around how you want your lifestyle to be?
Those are my type of people, definitely.
Okay, you should join. Come along. I'll send you the details.
Yeah, please do.
It's and because of that, you can just talk to everybody, and everybody's very open. Everyone's very I don't know. I have heard that at certain places, if you go to a conference, everyone's trying to put on their front to show the thing they want the world to think about them. Whereas at this, everyone's just like open and vulnerable and just like, here's all of the stuff that's difficult. Here's all the stuff that's good. No one's judging and getting bothered and jealous when somebody else has got lots of stuff that's good. And no one's like judging you too harshly if stuff's bad. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. Well, let's see how we can help you out with that. And it's just a very
I love that.
lovely place, very lovely group to be around.
Yeah, it's just great when you meet like-minded people. I have like one friend that there's like this artist, Loish. I'm not sure if anyone has heard of her, but she's pretty big in the art community. And I have been a fan of her since I was like 21. And during COVID, Patreon did like an interview set up with a couple of creators, and I was invited for that show. And then I saw that she was invited too. So I was like, whoa, That's so awesome. She's my hero. And then we started chatting, and we totally clicked because, well, she's like doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And now we're like best friends, and we meet up
regularly.
She was like, oh, I want to meet you again. I want to chat more. So yeah, she was already my hero, but now she's already also my friend, and I'm like her hero in a way too. So it's crazy.
Oh, that's lovely.
But it's really nice because it's so hard to find people that do something similar.
Yeah. yeah.
Especially in daily life or like among family or friends, no one's doing something like this. Everyone is like
Everybody I
stuck in
know
the
is.
grind.
Pretty much all of my friends are doing something kind of like this. So it's
I
like,
got some wrong friends, I guess.
if you come over to London and hang out, I'll introduce you to people. If anyone else listening is interested in the DC that I was saying about there, it's called Dynamite. I think it's dynamitecircle.com. You can go check it out. I know at least one person has heard me talk about it on the podcast and joined because I met him in Thailand. And
Oh, how
I was in
nice.
Bangkok at the conference.
Oh, I
And
love
he came up and
Bangkok.
was like, "Oh, you're John Ainsworth, right? I heard your podcast. I heard about the DC. I joined, and then I come here, and it's like, and then I was like, oh, wicked. So
Awesome. And
yeah.
it's such a great excuse to go to Bangkok.
Yeah,
I'm always looking for excuses to go there, so it's great.
conference is in October. I'll see you there.
Yeah, in October.
Yeah, yeah. That's where they started. They did their first conference was in Bangkok, and
Because
I hear the
October is
stories.
Bangkok. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
check
yeah,
my
yeah.
schedule.
Yeah, there's a May one in Mexico, and then I'm going to Barcelona in July, which is a
Oh.
hot time to go to Barcelona.
Yeah,
I'm aware
but
of this.
Barcelona is really nice as well.
Yeah.
And a bit
it is.
closer to home. So
It's one of my favorite places. Lisbon and Barcelona are like my two go-to places in Europe that I'm just back to all the times. I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, and then they started out doing it in Bangkok, and I hear stories from people about how the area where they've done it in the same hotel for like 14 years, and the area where that hotel is, people are like, oh, it used to be in the middle of nowhere. And now Bangkok is just built up around it, so it's
Yeah,
like, how could this be?
crazy.
This is so busy here. You know?
yeah,
Crazy place.
yeah, crazy city, but I love it.
Yeah. Wicked. Okay, so the retreats. Are you doing anything else? Is there anything else you're working on with the business? Are you working on like trying to grow Instagram more, YouTube more, anything like that, or is that like just
No,
whatever
it's
happens? Is
yeah, it's pretty steady. I'm trying to work a bit less to make some
Okay.
shorter, more like videos that people will search for. SEO optimized
Okay.
videos, a bit shorter with tips, just to balance things and to make my workload a bit less, because I'm also working on a book and the retreats and the Flow Creator Academy. So yeah,
Yeah.
trying to like balance things a bit. So
One of
that's the
things I
main
quite
thing.
like with work. One of the things I've been working towards for a long time is like when I have energy, I can just go build a load of stuff and make things work better. So that when I don't feel like working, I'm just like, I've done
Yeah.
everything.
It
Everything's
works.
fine.
It
the whole
works for
thing
you.
runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm kind of getting towards that point. The podcast is one I've got to figure out, because it's like I was booking them up 2 months in advance, episodes sometimes. And that means if you go, oh, I don't fancy working this week or next week or the week after or the week after that, then it's like, oh, I had to plan my holidays 2 months in advance. I don't plan anything I know I'm going to these conferences. That's the only thing. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing the weekend after next. It's like,
Yeah,
it'll be
that's
fine. I'll figure
perfect.
something out. So that's something that I think is, you're saying about like working less. And I think that's an interesting one that I kind of want to maybe take some inspiration from, of like, I do want to make sure I get to that point where I'm just like, okay, cool. I can just go, screw it. This week's off.
Yeah.
I'm going to Greece or whatever, you know?
Yeah, that's just perfect. Yeah, I want to work less, but keep everything pretty much steady.
Mhm.
And then I'll see what I'll be doing in a couple of years. Maybe I'll only be doing a couple of retreats every year. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm also, another crazy hobby, I'm into voice acting these days. I'm following a course in voice acting, and I think it would be so awesome to be like the voice in an animation movie or series. So that's also my crazy goal right now.
What? Okay. Is that is that a realistic thing? Are there a lot of people trying to get to be the voices in animated movies, and it's really hard, or is that like, no, you could do that?
I'm not sure, but I'm in a group. I'm doing a course right now with 10 people, and if you want to move on to like the next course, you need to be invited. And I was the only one invited from that little
Okay.
group. So yeah, who knows? Maybe there's something. Maybe there's a talent. I don't know.
You do have a
We'll
lot
see.
of hobbies, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I was chatting with my friend James, who's phenomenal. I love James, and he is one of the calmest people that I've ever met. And he's just like, he's got his life set up in order to just be super chill. So he works somewhere between 2 and 20 hours a week, 2 to 15 hours a week, something like that. And so he runs a membership for people who want to make more money from renting out their properties on Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has his own properties that he rents out on Airbnb, and someone who manages that for him, and then he teaches other people how to do it, and he does a YouTube channel about it, and that's where his leads come from. And if he only wants to work a couple of hours that week, he just does whatever the calls are with the members in his membership. And if he wants to work more, then he does. And I was chatting to him about like things I was thinking of. I was like, I've got a bit more time now. I'm not quite sure what to do. He's like, how much time are you spending rock climbing? I was like, I go like once a week. He's like, have you thought about just doing a lot more rock climbing?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I can recommend it. It's really good fun. So me and him are going to go do a week's rock climbing in Thailand after the conference in Bangkok. So I need to do a lot more rock climbing, like indoor stuff in the meantime. So I get better, so I can... He's better than me already, and it's like, oh, we're going to be climbing very different routes.
Oh, that's such a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like, I just feel like I do whatever I enjoy. So I just saw this voice acting course. I saw a commercial, and I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. I'm just going to do that. And I keep following things that I think are fun, and then I jump into it, and it leads me somewhere. Just with yoga, my neighbor told me about this form of yoga, and I was like, oh, I'll try it out. And I had one class, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this the rest of my life.
What kind of yoga is it?
It's called critical alignment yoga. It was developed here in Amsterdam. Okay. I don't understand why it's not bigger, because it's amazing, amazing form of yoga. And I was so amazed by it. I immediately felt different in my shoulders and my neck, and it all felt so loose. And then I just thought I need to become a teacher as well. Just do the whole thing. I just dive into anything I enjoy, and then I'll just see where it takes me.
Okay, I've looked it up to see where's the nearest critical alignment yoga studio in.
I don't think it's in
London,
the UK.
And it's in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
That's the nearest.
Yeah, you should come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's only in the Netherlands, in Belgium, and in Russia, I believe. So I need to spread it all over the world. Maybe that should also be my mission.
I'll ask my friend's girlfriend is a yoga teacher. I'll ask her about it. I'm going to her class on Sunday. I haven't told her I'm going. I just thought it might be nice
surprise.
For her to just turn up and surprise, just like to support her with it. She's kind of new to it. It's like her like side gig. It's not it's kind of like your I guess. It's I don't know, head of communications for some corporation or something like that. That's her job, and this is like a thing that she really loves.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. I'll come down and try it out. I do yoga from time to time. Not very, what's the word? Consistent with it. We'll see. Been experience. Cool. Well, this has been absolutely fabulous. I've found great inspiration from our conversation, and I absolutely love what you're doing. So thank you very much for coming on and sharing that with everybody.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
If people want to go check out your site, your YouTube channel, anything else, where should they go?
They should go to youtube.com and then look up Art with Flow, and then people will find me. And anyone can follow my tutorials. So no worry, if you don't have any experience drawing, I'll guide you through it.
Nice. The episodes that I mentioned before for everybody were 208 was the one with Tammy about mosaics and who does the retreats. And the other one, if I can find it, with Itamar, the coach, there's an episode 80, but I think there was a more recent one with Itamar as well. I can't find that right now, but episode 80, How to Know If Your Mindset is Off with Itamar Marani. As always, thank you so much for listening, and Flo, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.